all right? Now we do have some injuries, everyone's a little different, all right? But it doesn't give the excuse to others not to get up and be active and move and improve your quality of life. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. So, the second part of this, I'm gonna give you guys a few exercises you can do at home, at lunch, in the evening, wherever it might be. You do not need a whole lot of space. I recommend doing all these exercises in a row, 1 to 3 times a day, which I know schedules can be very, very hectic at times, all right? So if you could break some of these up, doing 4 or 5 in the morning, 4 or 5 at lunch, 4 or 5 at night, or doing 3, 3, and 3, or 4, 3, and 3, whatever. But try to get all of them in one day, all right? Now, these exercises are meant to help improve your stability, your mobility, and to get your heart rate a little bit uncomfortable, all right? You're gonna increase your heart rate. You might break somewhat of a sweat, all right? Now, as I do these, I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, you look so goofy, and if you do these at lunch, right by your office, you might look goofy. Someone might be thinking, why are they doing this, whatever. Some of you might not care, some of you do. But for those ones who do care what they look like as they're doing this, you might think you look stupid to other people, but there's some other people out there that you might be inspiring to get up and move and better themselves, all right? So it might help you guys work as a team. And when you're exercising, I tell clients this all the time, you're not trying bar to outdo a lane to outdo bar. Bar's trying to be the best bar can be, Elaine's trying to be the best Elaine she can be, all right? Because they're both different in a lot of ways, all right? So the first one I'm gonna show you is a simple calf raise. Some of you can't see over there. And with doing a calf raise, you can put your hand up on a wall. You can do it sitting, or you can put your hand on your desk, whatever it might be, or if you don't need any balance at all. But all you're doing, if you can't see, I'm on the balls of my feet and I come up, and I go down. I come up, and I go down. And as I'm doing this, I'm engaging my glutes. I squeeze my glutes, my inner thighs. My shoulders are back. I'm squeezing my chest. I inhale, I exhale. My core is tight. So if I relax my core, I might be off balance slightly. So if everything's tight, you come up and you go down. Like I said, you can do this seated. You're not going to put as much weight on, but there's nothing wrong with that. Squeeze the calf at the top, and you're down. Up and down. The second one, you might need a little bit of space. I got the longest arms you've probably ever seen, but our little arm circles. 5 to 10 of each. 5 small ones coming forward, 5 small ones going back. Keep your feet planted on the ground. Everything's nice and tight. After you go 5 forward, 5 going back, increase the size of the circle. And as you're going, if I'm going back, I'm squeezing my scaps into my spine. Pulling those shoulders back, working on your posture, all right? So you just increase the size just a little bit, all right? I'm not asking you to do this nice and easy under control, 5 to 10 to each. Now, what you're gonna do is a straight arm pull back. So hands are in front, here, pull your shoulders back. Pulling back, working on posture. Feet are flat on the ground, my core is engaged, I'm squeezing my glutes, I'm stable, and I'm pulling my shoulders back. See it from the back. Pretty simple, pretty simple. The next one is gonna work on your posture some more. Now, if you guys are ever familiar with the weight room, is a pull down. All you're doing is your arms are up, pulling them down. Elbows going down, almost into your side. So you're up, then you're down. That's the only movement. The next, if not the most important one, is a hip hinge. All right? So there's a difference between a hinge and a squat, and you'll see the difference. So, hands on your hips. Your feet can be whatever hip width. If you want them out a little wider, it's fine. There's no such stance you should be in when you're doing a hip hinge or a squat. So it's people that tell you need a squat with your feet under your hips, baloney, because everyone is different, all right? We're all not the same. So if your feet need to be a little bit wider, that's fine. Slight bend in your knees, and all you're doing is bending over at the waist. And if you can't get it all the way down, that's fine. All right? But one thing that's gonna help you is I'm digging my toes into the ground. My glutes are tight, my core's tight, and I'm looking straight ahead. And as you can see, this is better than going down and falling forward or rocking back on your feet. You're just hinging at the hips. And simple hip hinge. The next one is a squat. And if I'm going too fast and you have any questions, just stop me, all right? So the next thing is a squat. So your stance, like I already said, can be out wider than your hips. As you're squatting, if my toes are slightly out, my knees should be in line with my toes. So I don't want you squatting where your knees are coming in like this, or your toes are in and your knees are going out and you're putting the weight on the outside of your foot. Just think of gripping your big toe on the ground. Your big toe on the ground will help fire your glutes. I know it sounds stupid, but believe me. All right? And all you're doing, if you can't get parallel, which is 90 degrees, the back of your leg, your hamstring, that's fine. A quarter squat's good. So you're down, and you're up. I tell clients all the time, who's ever worked with me in here, act as if you're sitting in a chair. People squat perfectly when they sit in a chair, then when I get them up and tell them to do a squat, they bend at the knees and they're all over the place. It's a simple movement as this. So if you need that chair there to help, or to help you get back up, that's fine. You can put your hands and up. Or if you're at your desk, you can put your hands in front. But try to keep your shoulders back, drop your butt down, and the knees will shift forward over the toes. Or if you don't want to do that and you just want to do a quarter squat, that's fine. So instead of getting all the way down, this is fine as well. Make sense? The next one's the fun one. Your arms are out, knee taps. I'm bringing my knee to my hands. Some of you might be able to bring it higher than others. If you have to put your hands down here to bring your knees up, for the first 2-3 weeks, that's fine. You'll slowly get better and get them higher and higher. That's the goal, all right? Any questions so far? And after the knee taps is a wide heel touch. So my arms are up, and I want you to go back, your legs are spread, trying to touch your heel. Arms up, try to get back, touch past your heel. If you can't go that far, try to go past your knees. Does that make sense? So if I'm here, I'm going past my knees. As you get better, go past your calves and try to work down all the way to your heels.
Patrick, what do you call that one?
So this is just a heel touch. Straight arms to a heel touch. Or instead of heel touch, past your heels. Reach past your heels. Now, you can go down with both arms and touch your heels, which is fine, but then there might be a balancing. So right like this, you'll be in the center because some might lean forward than the other. All right? You can put that as an advanced movement maybe 6 weeks down the line. And then the last two more here, I know I'm moving quick, is you're gonna come up, touch your hips, and try to touch your toes. Your feet are hip width, you're inhaling, hips, toes. And then when I come back up, hip touch, arm reach, hip touch, toe touch. And then the last one is a simple half moon rotation with your neck. You can do the sitting or standing. We all have those stiff necks because we don't move our necks. They're constantly like this. All right? And all you're doing is dropping your chin down, looking to one side, then to the other. And with all these exercises, it's 5 to 10 on each. And shouldn't take you longer than 10 minutes. All right? Anyone have any questions at all at any of those exercises? Now, one question.
Patrick, I did notice some of those look familiar, so as you get more advanced, you can use a band.
Yeah, not only that, well, this is just simple stuff you could do. You could do all that with the band, essentially. But the goal is, over the next 4 to 6 weeks, I want you guys, everyone in this room, to challenge yourself doing this. So you could start by doing all that in one day. In the next 2 weeks, try to do it twice in a day. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, try to do it 3 times in a day. And what that do is you're slowly improving yourself. You're not going all out in the first week or 2, then you're gonna burn yourself out. That's what we see a lot of times when people come to the gym. It's all about how much weight. Like I said in the beginning, you're doing this for slow improvements to improve your quality of life, all right? I mean, what's the old analogy? Rome wasn't built in a day, all right? So slowly do these things, progress yourself. And hopefully I can come back in 4, 6, 8 weeks, and we can do different types of movements for you all to try again, all right? And like I said with our client I explained earlier, his biggest thing was weight loss. And we tell people all the time, it's not about weight loss, that will come. Your biggest thing is learning how to stable yourself and move for a better quality of life. The weight loss will come. So that's what we tell people right away. Don't worry about that. Your biggest thing is longevity. In 10 years from now, am I gonna be able to walk up the steps? 15, 20 years from now, am I gonna be able to pick up my grandkid from the floor? Am I gonna be able to walk my dog? All right, we have clients that come to us that can't get off the ground without assistance. Can you get off the ground without assistance? Can you walk down and get a drink of water and walk back without huffing and puffing? So it's the simple things that we want to improve on. And I've actually had a few clients that come to me, I'm like, how much water did you drink? I didn't drink, because I'm like, why? Because I don't want to get them to go to the bathroom. Be amazed, it happens. So I'm not here to say you have to do this. You're all adults. All right, you're all big girls, big man. You can make this decision on your own. But I am saying don't go in all at once and burn yourself out. Slow baby steps. And hopefully, like I said, 6 to 8 weeks down the line,